Greetings! I am Sean Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn, and this week we had the return of Rebels. I had been away for the holidays during The Force Awakens and everything, and they returned with the episode A Princess on Lothal. Now at this time, Princess Leia is still technically a part of the Empire. However, she's trying to help the rebellion through her father, Bail Organa, as they are trying to help the rebellion by giving ships aid in whatever is needed. So in this episode, she brings 3 ships that the rebels have to steal for the rebellion. Basic plot. Not a tremendously complicated, not a lot happens in this episode, but what they get right, they really get right. They got Princess Leia really right. From the way she acts, the way she talks, the way she does things. This is a New Hope Princess Leia. It's wonderfully done. I know some people had early problems with the voice, saying it felt too old. I felt it was perfect because Leia always has felt more mature than she is. I mean, she's still basically a teenager in New Hope, but you felt always that she was older because she just had this gravitas and this ability to just stand up and be royalty in a lot of ways, and she felt like that aged veteran instead of the young, how young she actually was. And so this episode really gets that, and she, works really well. Her back and forth with the Imperial officers is some of the best part in this episode, just because they know, they kind of, they have to know that there's something up with, Leia and Alderaan as a whole, but they have nothing to prove. She's still technically a part of the Empire. She's royalty. She's a part of the Senate in a lot of ways. And so they have to kind of be, really kind to her. And so it's really good back and forth we got from that. The other really great thing we got in this episode was getting Kanan and Ezra kind of to have even more this growing, working together more and more. We've kind of always seen the back and forth. We've seen kind of the master, Anakin Obi-Wan master and apprentice fighting kind of back and forth. We saw that a lot, but we're starting to see in those last couple episodes. The last episode with Ezra discovering his parents were gone, and Kanan has kind of taken on more of that, even that fatherly role in Ezra's life. And the two of them have more of a, they worked together so much better than they have in previous episodes in this episode. And so it's really cool to see them kind of developing that dynamic, especially if they are going to go dark as this season goes along with Temptations of the Dark Side. Building that up, I feel, is going to make that even more effective. So they did a really good job of that in this episode. Now, why they got some character things really right in this episode, as a whole, the episode just kind of was flat. And aside from the really, really cool Stormtrooper and lightsaber, like every single kid who played with toys in their entire life did all the time, putting the lightsaber in other characters' hands, we got to see Kanan dressed as a Stormtrooper with a lightsaber taking down an AT-AT. That was awesome. The rest of the episode, though, it felt like we've seen it before. They take down some some Empire, officers who are not the top of the top, the bottom of the barrel. Stormtroopers miss shooting. They steal some stuff. It just felt like a generic episode that we've seen before, and nothing really added to the story a tremendous amount. Now, it also may hurt because we just saw this amazing trailer that showed all this cool stuff, and we just got a generic episode with generic villains with a generic, plot, and it kind of felt a little bit of a letdown. I don't think this episode was bad by any stretch of the imagination. It's still a very enjoyable show, but this felt like a kiddie episode. It felt like a Disney XD show. It felt just kind of, we've done this before, so what? And that was disappointing because I kind of was hoping there was going to be an even better episode for Leia. Whereas, when we got Lando, we got a lot of really interesting episodes with him, where Leia has kind of gotten this episode. Maybe Leia comes back, maybe she doesn't, in this universe. This may be the only episode we get of her. I don't know what they're going to do, but at this point, it was kind of a disappointing episode to be, this is what we got Leia in. So what do you guys think? Did you have problems with this episode like I did? Or did you really like it? Let me know in the comments below. As always, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I am Sean Redman, aka the cheesily named Darth Shawn, and may the Force be with you. Always.